happen to be a holiday color, because guess what, the wedding is in the holiday, right? Okay. All right, so let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna make a table runner. If you purchase 3 yards of 60-inch wide fabric, you will be able to get a table runner and 6 placemats. The table runner is usually a foot wide, which is 12 inches. You can trim it with piping and cording. We're just going to keep this one plain and then add the little tassels to the end. So it's going to finish about, this one should finish like 108 inches, because 3 yards is 108 inches. You might lose a little bit off the end. But how we get this point at the end, because this, if you measure the length of your table and then decide how much a drop you want, this drops off the edge of the table. So in order to get this point, I have 2 pieces of fabric, cut the width I want it finished, plus 1/2 inch seam allowance. And I take the end and make sure they straight and even. And all I do is take these 2 points and fold them, let them meet each other, press it and cut it, and that's how I'm gonna get my angles on the end of my runner. So here you want to sew the tassel on first. Now you might want the tassel to hang nice and long, then it might rest on the top of a chair, or you might want it shorter, so you decide how long. So if I want this to finish shorter, I need to leave a little room for the dangle and then stitch it right at my seam allowance that I'm gonna use to finish it. All right. So I'm gonna just stitch across there. I'm not gonna cut it because I don't want it to unravel. After I sew it, a lot of times what I do is go on the inside and tie a knot on the inside. I know it's not gonna unravel and fall apart. So then you just wanna stitch, because it's not a dress, I'm not concerned about my V. Like when we do a dress, we go 1/2 and then down. You can sew this all the way around. So I'm gonna use my 1/2 inch seam allowance. When I get to my corner, however, you wanna leave the needle down, turn it and check and make sure we line it right back up with the exact same seam allowance. Same here, I wanna put these 2 together. Remember, this has to stay on the inside, so when you flip right sides out, then it'll be on the outside. And at this V, because I had this tassel on it, I'm gonna probably stitch it not quite as the V. Leave my needle down. I'm gonna go across it a couple of stitches and then turn it back and try and line my V back up.
Will you leave this out?
I will.
Okay.
I'll tie it in a knot because I don't want it to unravel. So I can go back to this point. I'm gonna back stitch it so I can make sure it don't come loose. And then continue to stitch whatever my seam allowance is. So before I flip this out, I would press the seams open. You're gonna have to move it around, move it around, move it around, move it around. I'm not gonna go around the whole thing. I wanna flip it out so you can see what it looks like. Leave my needle down, turn it, so I can make sure I get my true V shape on my corners. Remember, it's for holiday. You want to look really good. You want to look professional. So we do need to clip the corners. And this, I will trim this corner, but I will not cut the tassel. Because you don't want the extra bulk up in the corners. A lot of times I just fold it just like that and trim them. You just want to make sure that when this is pressed, that you eliminated the bulk, that these not overlapping. All right. So then I will want to go, I'm gonna leave just a small opening. I would go around the entire perimeter and leave an opening, and I'll pull everything through my opening. but I would press the seams open before I flipped it out. And when I flipped it out, then I would go back and roll this so that this would stay right in the center, and then press the edges. Then you can top stitch it, you can decorate the top any way you like. If you want it corded in there, you will put that in first before you even put the two together. And then this, like I said, I would tie it in a knot. Then you can cut it if you like. After you knot it, you might want some fray check on it to make sure that it don't unravel. But at least I know that if I tie that in a knot, more than likely it's not going to come loose. And then I can trim it. So let's push it out, see what it looks like. Pull it out. Cool. Then we would press it really nice. Flip it out. Press the outside edges, and then table runner. Nice for the holiday, right? Really dress up the table for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Right. All right. So like a pro.